Hi, beautiful roses. I'm Rosie, a psychic medium. On this channel, roses are red, violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the frequencies I see, not just riding the waves like some people do. If that's something you can connect with and appreciate, keep watching. So let's begin. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. 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 Type Jesus is all in the comment section if you're resonating so far. This is day number 2. Must have been a win. Again, you can check my playlist, book a reading when you join. Remember to like and subscribe. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into this energy. It's your achievements here. That's what's being brought to the forefront. Everything that you've done. And the message here is to celebrate your achievements. You need to do, take some time off and reflect over everything that you've done, because you've definitely been pushing. And that's going to lead to burnout. Anybody can tell you. I'm not going to say you're going to burn out, but if you keep going in this way, for whoever this energy is for, it seems like somebody needs to take a break and relax, celebrate themselves. I see the floodgates are opening here for you. Don't be afraid of the floodgates opening and you having even more for after this. Because for some of y'all, it's like you don't want to take a break because you might be afraid that you might lose your space in line. That's impossible, because what's for you is always going to be yours. Nobody can jump ahead of you or take anything that belongs to you. But other people are being blessed as well. Maybe somebody needs to hear that. Like, there's a celebration going on all around. So you may hear people laughing in the background. Celebrate with them. You don't have to feel like people are laughing at you. If you're close to God, then everybody has a reason to be happy. And you understand that? So it says, yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law which I commanded your fathers and which I spent to you by my servants, the prophets. Turn from your wicked ways. That's coming up here. The wicked overworking for some people. It's like an addiction for some people. That would turn this into something wicked. If you don't take a break, there's holidays for a reason. There's a Sabbath for a reason. Whether that's Sunday or Saturday, it's important to set aside some time for you to rest. And thou shalt offer peace offerings and shalt eat there and rejoice before the Lord thy God. So this is a peace offering coming from someone. Apologizing, if you need an apology, is coming towards you. Or maybe you apologizing or allowing something to pass, forgiving someone for something they did, and just accepting this peace offering that we're not going to fight anymore and we're just going to love. Because there's a vibe like you stay over there and I'll be over here and let's not cross these boundaries. But also there's the energy like you need to stop pushing that door closed. If this is a zombie apocalypse, this breaks. You need a break from that, from constantly forcing everything to close. That's what I'm getting from these floodgates opening. Like, don't be afraid of the access. It says, there's a lot going on here, but exhilaration is coming up, feeling of excitement and joy. For some of y'all, it's just a simple fact of laughter and smiling. And even if other people aren't in their energy or they interpret it and somebody's laughing at me or who she thinks she is, like, I'm over that energy. I said it. I'm leaving it in the past. Is no longer relevant here. Must have been the win. If somebody's talking about you or doesn't like that you're in a joyful energy, get used to that and love that as well, and just consider them supporters, because haters don't exist, not in this world. You have boundaries, a real or imaginary limit, especially between two properties. So this could have something to do with your neighbors or another country or another state, wherever that situation is. Could be something going on in the church, another ministry, someone following another faith. Whatever it is, this difference is like, settle your differences, because that is preventing you. If you don't settle your if you don't settle your differences, that would prevent you. So in order to not be prevented from this abundance, definitely let bygones be bygones. A lot up A lot came up for the tribe of Benjamin, clan by clan. Their allotted territory lay between the tribes of Judah and Joseph. I had a dream that I was talking about the clan in a reading, and the way I said it was 3Ks. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 3Ks is coming up with this clan by clan. And also, yeah, a clan is like a group, is tribal, is like only these people are allowed in, very club clicky like energy. For some reason that's coming up here with you celebrating your achievements. I don't know if it's like celebrating within the clan, or I don't know what that is. And there shall be no leavened bread seen with thee in all thy coast 7 days, neither shall there anything of the flesh which thou sacrificest the first day at even remain all night until the morning. So sacrifices are coming up a lot in these readings in this series. The beginning of the series must have been a win. Check out the playlist. I don't know how often I need to say that. I'll just say it as often as I hear it. That all of this energy is related. So if you're vibing, like if you're watching my videos and I jump from saying, get rid of these people, get rid of this negative energy and yada, 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 then the very next video is a message about love and peace. I mean, the algorithm knows what it's doing. But I feel like if you want energy that's all in the same vibe and frequency, when it comes to vibes and frequencies, this is one vibe. Must have been a win. Okay, because it's really about compassion here. So let's move along. Let's move right along. Okay, I'm just going to get some energy here. So basically what we have here is you in celebration, and then clan is coming up. Groups are coming up. Want to take all of this? So righteous in reverse. I'm just going to go ahead and take everything in the upright. Austere, good manners in reverse. So you could be turning your life around in some way. Then you have quarrelsome, petulant, sulky, someone pouting, and then excellent. Yeah, it's going to take some time here, but you know, everything happens when it with a step, with the first step that you take. Maybe when you turned your life around, someone in the clan or someone in the group wasn't happy about that. But it also kind of seems like, yeah, like it's not personal. They just have triggers, and you cross that trigger and it set off a firestorm. So this could be them pouting or sulking. Just like, you know, we don't like that. You're not supposed to do that. You're making us unhappy. Like, stop it. But you're making yourself happy. Okay, 10 of feathers in reverse. Turning your life around. Maybe it feels like it's a punishment to them, to the group. Taking a break and celebrate a problem for some people. But I feel like it's a very small group. Or even if someone is risking their popularity, is more important that you take a break. Well, the break, when I say take a break with this vibe, is to celebrate. Like someone is feeling like if you smile or you laugh, then you don't care about our problems anymore, or you're not our calls. Like you're really genuinely not supposed to be happy, but I feel like there's a balance here. You see with this woman, she's balancing her grains and her money. And the vibe also was someone who literally loves money. Like someone is not afraid to let go of their interest in financial and material prosperity. It's part of a group that was saying, you have to be frugal or you have to be poor, take a vow of poverty. Um, but that's just not the time that you're on. And maybe you went out and spent some money, and they don't seem very happy about that. Because there's a fight here. Like someone got into a fight because of this, because of you being righteous and having good manners. They were feeling like you should have helped them fight. You have the star here. Like now they're thinking, are you too good for us? But I'm not getting into that energy. Then you have 8 of Candles. I feel like you're going to breeze past whatever this argument is or this quarrelsome energy and move right back into your excellence, which is what you're leading to. Because the last video or reading, I'm not sure which one it was, but we're only in day 2. One of those previous videos was about you going through a path that is surrounded by jagged edges, serrated edges, and a bunch of wands, like people who feel like they have influence over you or power over you coming and trying to take control of your situation. And somebody doesn't want to go through all of that because it's like, as far as you can look, it seems like someone's trying to control you. But there is an outside to the other end. There is a light at the end of this tunnel. And getting through this darkness is a huge transformation than staying where you are. You have 6 of Grains. So this one wants to come out as well. And Page of Candles. So that's the celebration. Yeah, with this end, the way these seems like the celebration here is inevitable. And I could have ignored it, but I definitely felt a pull from it. But that's the card of this reading. That's what this is all about. You go into celebration, but it seems like someone is trying to get you to pity them or stop you and distract you by saying, what about us? And you have a choice. Like there's a fork at the road almost. We have a choice to cater to someone else's needs again and again and again when you know that these needs are just coming out of nowhere because they feel like that's something they can control. If you care, then they have power over you. Not to say you shouldn't care, but they aren't real problems that these people are having. That's what I'm picking up from this energy. Is made up, is an illusion, and it's being done on purpose. It's not even like there's no innocence here at all. They know exactly what they're doing, trying to distract you from reaching this light at the end of the tunnel. And it's not like you're in darkness here, but I feel like with this transition, it's important that you do go through some period of darkness. But it's very temporary. So let's clarify this 10 of Feathers. All of these cards are coming out for 10 of Feathers. 9, and Queen of Wands. So 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and then Queen of Wands here. If you look into the tarot, 9 of Swords and 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands are very tumultuous cards. Like, especially with these cards originally coming out in reverse. It's like it's going to have the reverse effect on you. If you go through a trial and tribulation, in the end, you're gonna be the ruler of this energy. Like this is gonna be your power. So it's worth it for some people, just like going to college or any type of training, boot camp. You might be the weakest when you start, but you'll be the strongest when you keep focusing on this problem and fixing it. Some people aren't ready for that type of work. They just want to yell and holler at the person and say this other person is wrong and you're supposed to let me do what I want and not bother me. But people bothering you is kind of like, that's their place in the community. That's they are also part of the universe. And maybe there's an area that you need to work on, whereas though a weakness is being exposed, and it's time to move on and mature, and not just call other people out and blame other people and point the finger when you could just fix this issue. Okay, so 8 of Swords is coming out. Someone's feel like they could be setting themselves up for failure. Basically, I'm gonna just say they feel trapped by this. If you give someone power to point a finger at you and say this is wrong and you need to fix it, like it could lead down a really painful point of this energy. This is that the celebration comes at the end. That's where you are now. That's what I'm feeling like. You already been through it. Now it's time to celebrate, but it's coming up again. Maybe someone's reflecting over everything they've been through, and you can do so at peace. You can feel safe to do this, to reflect peacefully. You have 4 of Cups here. And also you can choose what memories you want to think about and which ones you want to avoid. If it serve you, then you don't have to think about it. If you're not ready to think about a trauma that you've been through, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to dwell on something if it's not moving you. If it's keeping you stuck with this 8 of Swords energy, you can always come back to definitely something that is part of your story, and you went through it for a reason. That's why you're able to sit on this throne that you're sitting on and feel so comfortable. So with the, let's see, 11, 7-Eleven, something convenient about it. I just always say that, 7-Eleven convenient. You have 7 of Pentacles here. You definitely worked for the celebration. You worked for it. There's a lot of clarity here coming in. Like, this is what it's all about. This is what it's always been about. Maybe you're just realizing it, and that's a huge blessing, because people who keep quitting and starting over and saying it's too hard, people are teasing me or making fun of me, they're the bad ones. Versus trying to get better, trying to really pinpoint exactly what it is that's called your life. So we just cut off, but I feel like it was so important what I just said. I'm just gonna repeat it. Basically, I said that anyone who is avoiding the quarrelsome energy, they're avoiding the problems and avoiding trying to fix whatever the problem is, they're never going to reach that celebration energy. I don't know why. I just feel like that was important. Okay, and then we have the Dreamer here. So you could have started off as the Fool. Some people could have been calling you. It's like, if you don't finish this project that you started, it's like that's what people will see you as, the Fool, and you will remain in that position. Whereas if you keep following your dreams, a dream that they can't see to begin with, you're going to end up in wherever this Fool leads to. The World card, the world being able to understand you. You're able to lift the veil without any danger here. You can see people, you can connect to people without being worried about what they're thinking, because you know what they're thinking. Or you at least understand that people have thoughts, and most of them are good. If your thoughts are good, that's what that is. So that's why it's so important that you not remain in a negative environment. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Whereas though it gets better and better and better, and brighter and brighter and brighter for people who are following God. And yeah, you do have to go through some trying times, but I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. Okay, you have release here. Endings that lead to new beginnings. The need to release situations. I feel like this came up. Or release people who are holding you back. A spiritual transformation. And then you have Queen of Wands coming up twice. Yeah, it's definitely all leading to something. This celebration. Is that what I was saying before? Because there's this vibe like we're going forward, we're going back. Someone could definitely be reminiscing about the past or what they've been through. And that's the vibe I'm getting. Like someone sitting on the top of a mountain or a hill, having a glass of some bubbly, some champagne or something. Celebrate everything they went through and seeing God in all of those situations. Seven of Earth. I spoke about this in a reading before. Maybe it's one that you've seen before, of two types of kids or children. There's one who is planting flowers like this card in a garden peacefully, and there's another who's trying to break into your house and steal your wallet. Because I was feeling like there's some energy here where it's like someone is just expecting you to love them and the same types of things over and over, and it's like, well, forgive them over and over. But it's like, I think there's something up with this person. Like they really just keep letting in demons, and this seems to be their only goal and purpose in my life, is to expose me to their problems and their drama and their trauma, etc. And it's like, yeah, at some point, because you went through all of this, you really did go through this whole path. Now you can clearly say with faith and a clear consciousness that some people are evil. Seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for future unnecessary worry. Because you at the top of this mountain or hill celebrating your success and your achievements, part of those achievements are acknowledging that some people really did not have your back or your best interest, and that's okay. And now seeing them continuing on in their foolery is part of your entertainment. You don't have to jump out your seat and help them every time they fall, because you know they're just stumbling for attention. It's not for everybody. This is only for people who over stopping the whole race and running back and helping this person along, and all the cameras looking at you and looking at them, and over and over and over again. Enough is enough. But that's enough of this energy. Then you have 10 of Swords, the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. So in this case, it could be both, but I definitely feel like there's some relief here with this relief card coming up. Where is it? Release here. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders, the end of an addiction, a melodramatic reaction. So it might have been this person's addictive behavior that was putting stress on your life. Maybe they were maybe you were dealing with some addicts or somebody with an addictive personality. It says vitality. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. So that's what this celebration is about. You regenerating after everything that you've been through. Taking the time to. Okay. Don't let life pass you by. Be among it and live. So this is another message from your angels. Once you have time to regenerate, you're going to wake back up and see that everything's exactly where you left it. And now you have more energy to keep on going. That's why this need to take a break, I feel like, is being mentioned here. Because when you take a break, you don't quit. You just keep right back on going. You take a break and then keep going. People who don't want to take a break end up burning out. It's like you're too valuable and too precious to burn out. So definitely take a break, move around, look at your environment, or maybe stop looking at your environment, sit still, whatever the case is, whatever this break is. So more angel messages. Focus. Oh, yeah, focus and self-belief. Guys, I think it just cut off while I was reading this card, but this is something we just talked about. I'm going to read it again. Focus. It says, I can choose what I want to focus on. As you work on your goals, recognize you need to take a step back and really focus on what you are trying to accomplish. Whether you are starting a new goal or already urging you to have good organization and lots of preparation in place. So this is so relevant to this energy. The reasons why you need to take a break, why it's so important, is so that you can look at the situation again and come back. It's not like you're leaving at all. You're just rejuvenating yourself. It says self-belief. I am brave and I choose to be the architect of my life. The angels ask you to claim your power. This will lead you to fulfill your dreams and create the life, relationships, and abundance that you deserve and long for. When your self-belief is strong and your faith in your abilities is high, you easily hear and follow your intuition. Whoa, that's pretty powerful. Your intuition is what needs a break, and what needs to be revitalized so that you can continue to think for yourself and not let other people control you. Because I feel like that was the vibe for some people. Like, if you control, but that's not what's going to happen when you pull back and really assess the situation. Celebrate yourself and your achievement. The floodgates that's coming in, you don't have to close your doors to this energy. You can accept it and it's part of your abundance. So that's the energy that I have for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this is something you're vibing with. There's a whole lot more. Check out my playlist. Must have been the win. So all of this energy is going to go into that playlist. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.